Hey there, Amplifiers. Thanks for tuning in. And if you've been following Growth Amplifiers for a while, you probably realize that we've talked about rock stars, rock star professionals. And you know what? If you look at superstars in any background, whether it's in music or in sports or in business, you'll find that it's not just the superstar that creates the legend. It takes a team. And our guest today is going to be talking about that and how important it is to get out of your own way and make sure that you're developing a team to make sure that you're firing on all cylinders. Our guest today is Tammy Ordway. She's partner at Faw Casson, and she's a rock star professional when it comes to helping entrepreneurs really find that team and get into action so they can achieve the results they're looking for. So welcome to Growth Amplifiers, Tammy.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. It's exciting to have you. You've got a great firm. You do some awesome things. If you wouldn't mind starting us off for our guests, just telling us a little bit about why you do what you do. What brought you to what you're doing today?
Well, I'm Director of Entrepreneurial Services at Faw Casson, which is really our core is to help entrepreneurs with their growth strategies. And I've actually been in this field for 32 years. And I'm in our local markets here in Dover, even though our firm is regional. And I really enjoy working with small to medium-sized businesses in our area and helping them start up their business and also launch into growth strategies later. So that's really my passion.
When we were talking about the importance of having a team, could you share your perspective and where you see a lot of entrepreneurs making a mistake and what that might be costing them?
Yeah, definitely. And business owners are so passionate about their product or service that they often just jump right into business. But really, to be successful, it's building that team to begin with. It's that insurance broker, the CPA, the attorney, the financial consultant, because we all work well together and we can give them well-informed decisions and information so that they can make those decisions to help their business prosper.
You know what? I have two young boys, and they're really into the Avengers. And when you look at the Avengers, they're made up of different people with different backgrounds and different superpowers. And when they come together, they become an unstoppable force.
Right.
More than each of them individually. They each bring something to the table that creates that unique power. So for those who may be like myself, when I started my business about 10 years ago, I was that passionate person who said, I really am good at what I do. Let me start a business. Yeah. And then started figuring out there's a lot of stuff I didn't know. For those people that maybe they're just getting started, or maybe they're a little bit further along, what are some things that they could do, or some suggestions that you would have to make sure that they're not having those challenges and they may not even realize it?
Right. You know what I find is sometimes when you think you have it all figured out and everything's going really well, that's when it's not. So sometimes it's time to, sharpen that old pencil and go back and start at the beginning. I can't tell you how many times I've worked with a business coach and done my strategic plan over and over and over again because it becomes stale. And it used to be that we talked about plans 3, 5, 10-year projections. Now it's more like 6 months and 1 year. Like, especially one thing that I think the pandemic taught us is that it's hard to look sometimes too far into the future. So I think it's kind of diving back into the basics, maybe reviewing your plan again and really understanding your financials. And that's where we come into play. I can't tell you how many business owners, even successful ones, that don't have timely financial reporting. They're not looking at their financials monthly, sometimes not even quarterly. Sometimes they're waiting until annually to look it over. And that's historical, whereas you want to be proactive, not reactive.
Hey there, this is Kenny from Growth Amplifiers, here to ensure you get your awesome ideas into action to grow and improve your business and achieve your full potential. Take the first step by visiting growthamplifiers.com and clicking the Start Here button. Take the assessment to get your personalized score. Then select from free resources to learn how to improve your score. Don't wait. Be proactive and take action now by visiting growthamplifiers.com and clicking the Start Here button. And always keep on amplifying. Now, let's get back to the show. It's a really good point. This past weekend, I was taking advantage of some of the warm air down here in Florida and going around the house, looking at the outside, and noticed a couple spots in the siding that started to look like they're getting a little bit of damage. And I was teaching my son, if this is a little spot now, and we're going to go ahead and take care of it, because if we didn't, what it's going to do is going to spread, and it's going to get really bad in a short period of time. So if you don't address it when it's small, it can get out of hand. Absolutely. And that's the same thing in business. It's easy to kick that can down the road because maybe it's a small problem now. It's not causing an urgent situation. But if you're letting it go undressed, it can be costing you way more than you realize just by not taking that advantage. So Tammy, for those who are tuned in and they're like, Tammy really speaks some good stuff. Mm-hmm. And they wanted to learn more about you and what you do and what your firm does. Where could they go and what could they do?
Well, the easiest place is, of course, our website, www.fawcasson.com. We also have a podcast, Accounting and Accountability, where at the beginning we go over some valuable tax tips for business owners and then some information. And we often, just like you, we interview entrepreneurs also. And so that's the two best ways to kind of get to know our business a little bit more.
I love it. So connect, learn, and take new actions. If you're tuned into Growth Amplifiers, I'm always prompting to make sure that you're getting that second opinion. There could be things that you just don't know, therefore you're not addressing. It never hurts to get a second opinion. Make sure that you're looking at it. I really like your point, Tammy, that even though you may have done something in the past, things change, technology changes, trends in the economy change. If we don't look at things with fresh eyes, we could be letting something get stale and not even realize it. So, Tammy, thank you for tuning in. One of the traditions we have in these shows are having guests share something that they've learned on their journey that might be helpful for others on their journey. It doesn't have to be related to your industry, but it can, just something that you'd like to share from the heart.
I like to say some grit and perseverance has gotten me through 32 years of being an entrepreneur. And don't give up. If you truly have that passion and dream, put in the hard hours. Just my personal opinion and experience is that you do have to give it the work, but I think the reward at the end far outweighs the hard work along the journey.
Excellent. I highly appreciate your time, your energy, and your points. Thank you so much for joining in. And if you're tuning in, make sure that you actually listen to this information and then put it into action. It's all about taking new actions to achieve new results. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
To show your support, take a moment to amplify this message by sharing it online. To connect with me or gain more business growth insights, visit www.growthamplifiers.com. Thank you for your support.